my name's Janine.
My name's Vish.
My name's Emily.
And I'm an economist here at the RBA, and my title is Senior Analyst in our Financial Stability Department.
I currently work at the Reserve Bank of Australia, where I'm in the Monetary Policy Implementation team.
My job is an analyst, and soon I'll be a senior analyst.
On some days I might be just doing data analysis and coding, on other days I might be reading research papers and writing notes, but really one of the key things that is always a part of my day is that I'm talking to lots and lots of people, so whether that's brainstorming with colleagues, discussing challenges, getting feedback on presentations that we've made.
At the moment I'm working on looking at the cash distribution system, so understanding who needs to use banknotes and whether they currently have good enough access to those banknotes.
I'm working on trying to understand the health of the business sector, so looking at different types of businesses, what do their balance sheets look like, and trying to understand how resilient they are and sort of where are the stresses and vulnerabilities. And so we get to look into really cool data sets that sort of allow us to look at firm level data to sort of get a really comprehensive picture of how businesses are faring in our economic environment. If you're considering economics as a career, my advice is that economics is the perfect blend of art and science. You want to be able to make sure that you're reading widely, but you're thinking critically about what you're reading. So evaluate the news and policies that you're reading up about, do some further research into it.
I would say not to assume that you know what economics looks like, because it's very, very broad. It doesn't just include the things you traditionally think of as economics, which might be looking at the macroeconomy like inflation and production. It can also include other things like thinking about how people make decisions or understanding health discrepancies or people who are disadvantaged.
Is to invest in your writing skills. So this is maybe a little bit different piece of advice that maybe I normally give a typical STEM student. One of the things that I find I do in my day-to-day job quite a lot is I'm often communicating with other people who aren't across the data or research as I am, or I might be communicating with people who simply aren't economists at all. And so there is a need to kind of draw out stories from the data and tell narratives in a way that people understand. Because sure, we have models and numbers to be able to use, but if we throw them to people in a way that they're unable to understand it, we're actually not going to be able to kind of influence any outcomes and make an impact. And that's a really integral part of what economists do.